Before you answer on your media sites, Instagram, Facebook, whatever you're doing, whatever site you're on, if someone reaches out and has honest intentions, that's one thing. But some of these people are not as genuine. They're saying, you're beautiful. Oh, you have lovely eyes. Oh, I like your smile. Even if it's on a dating site or on a line gaining, some of these are actually genuine, but it takes time to establish that. So when someone says, oh, I love your smile, can we be friends? It's not as innocent as it appears. Sometimes it is the beginning of someone trusting you, whether you will respond, right? And before they connect, they've already maybe done some research on you. They've looked into all your media sites, your Instagram account, your Facebook, your photographs, and the comments that you've made to other people. And they may even reach out as if they are friends of someone in your group, especially if they live in your area. If they live or know somebody that may live in your area, they've driven past your house, or they've gone to the same grocery store as you. So everything seems familiar because they're sharing an interest and a kind of message that's exactly at the right time. You may need to talk to somebody else. Doesn't matter what your age is here, because these people are slowly becoming part of your routine, and they may call at the same time every day. They may send a good morning or a good night message. They may seem very attentive, very caring, and usually interested in everything that you say. That consistency can begin to feel like a safety net. It's familiar. But this consistency alone does not prove that someone is honest. I have known brilliant women. I knew someone in my family, I've known a couple people actually, that are speaking to someone at a certain time of day, but they couldn't call them. There was always an excuse. There's always a reason that person could not answer right at that moment. They couldn't see them clearly on a video, or the meetup plans, something went awry. Eventually, after you feel that you trust them and you've got emotionally attached to them, subjects of money come up in conversation, but they don't ask you outright. It's usually something that starts with a small request, or they've told you a few times about, oh, my wallet got stolen, can you believe that? Or, they're going to get on the transit system, or, they're driving over to meet you, but they've seen something on the news now. There's been a bad pileup, and I had to divert and I couldn't make my arrangements with you, or a problem at the airport, but they've probably seen something on the news that coincides with it, so it seems like a fact, or somebody got sick, or their investment went awry, and so now it's their birthday and you send them a gift card, just a small one, and before you know it, they start asking you outright, just for a loan. You feel like you're helping out a friend, but you've maybe never even met them. Maybe you have met them. Be very careful about what you're doing and make sure that other people in your life meet them. My own father was approached in a grocery store. That person had sought him out after a funeral announcement. She knew that he was vulnerable. She knew that he was alone. She knew where he lived. She said to him in the grocery store, oh, do you live in that house down the street? I really like your flowers out front. And he was extremely lonely. He was a brilliant man in his own right, and he was actually considered by our family as being overly prudent. That's a nice way to say it. But we were all busy. we were all living further away, and he was grieving and he was vulnerable. And that someone recognized that. And day after day, she would meet him up in McDonald's, meet him up in the grocery store. And his foolishness, he wasn't foolish, but when you're vulnerable, your intelligence goes away. Grief does remove good judgment. And I've seen young girls that are on the internet and they get together with a guy, they meet him on the other side of the city. People that are isolated are not the only victims here. But being manipulated by these people, they search it out. They know you need companionship. Please do not assume someone is trustworthy simply because they sound caring and they have a nice smile and they speak with you regularly, claiming to live nearby, but somehow they can't meet up. These are all hooks. So in your community, maybe just join other communities. Take your time and do not allow the relationships to become secret. My dad did introduce me to this woman and to my brother, and we both didn't like her, but my dad, he was headstrong, and by the time we actually met her, he was emotionally involved and he had been lonely, but it took quite a while to get her out of his life, and money too. So try to touch base with each other regularly. Doesn't matter what your age is. He just happened to be older. These people show up on your profile at all times. I'm getting a few myself. But I did meet someone on a dating site, but I made sure that my friends knew where I was going. They contacted me about an hour into the meetup just to make sure that I had an out and where I was, and then again once I got home. So sometimes when you meet these people, make sure it's in public places and tell someone that you know where you're going. They're not all out to get you. I don't want you to live in constant fear. But you know, when somebody reaches out after you've done a video or after you've done something in the middle of nowhere and you can't reach them, make sure that you're not sending financial support. Keep your cards and your banking information and ID private. Just when you're on your own, sometimes you feel that way, but there's no urgency, okay? There's no urgency at all. Be safe, be smart. You're probably smart. You probably think it will never happen to you, but it happens every day. Bye for now. Have a good day.